The exchange of value between employees and employers is as old as history itself, but over time, the complexities of employment have exploded. And still, managing this complex yet symbiotic interaction between a business and its employees is the bedrock of every successful enterprise. It's symbiotic because when you get it right, both parties feel like they benefit from the relationship, and the ability to keep these two sometimes opposing forces in synchronicity is vital to the success of your business. And there are many different strategies that a business can use to either ignore or embrace this mission-critical function. In today's episode of The Art of Business, we're talking about human resources, or HR for short, and specifically, what are the best alternatives for a business that needs to manage this oh so delicate and complex relationship between the business and its employees. Hi, my name is Art Getz. I'm a Fortune 500 founder where we manage more than 35,000 employees in over 200 operating companies. I'm also a small business owner, so I know what it's like to count on a handful of really important employees. I'm a habitual entrepreneur and well-schooled in the art of business. So think of me as your chief strategy officer on your journey to build and grow a rock-solid business that will make all your dreams come true. Challenge me with your toughest business problems or questions, and I'll give you my honest opinion for free. Just post them in the comment section. That is right after you like and subscribe to our channel. I'd be delighted to help. In business, employees come to the table with certain abilities, skills, and experience that are hopefully suitable to the job. They might have skills with a spreadsheet or a backhoe, but they all come with an expectation of their value and some very basic financial and psychological needs. You know, things like a paycheck that covers their bills with a little left over, job security, a sense of purpose, and of course, feeling a sense of connection to the work and the business. These are all aspirational and psychological needs where an employer can actually stretch to help if an employee and their skills are valuable enough to the business. By stretch, I mean things the employer can do beyond the paycheck to help employees meet their basic needs, like maybe tuition assistance, direct primary care memberships, or subsidized health benefits are all examples that are highly popular tools that employers can utilize to increase employee satisfaction and reduce turnover. And speaking of employee health benefits, now would be the perfect time to thank our sponsor, Scoop Health, where they are experts in this affordable new alternative to group health insurance known as the 401k of health benefits. We'll post a link for that in the description. So if you currently provide group health benefits or wish that you could, then check out scoophealth.com for more information about this affordable new alternative to traditional group health insurance that your employees will love too. Okay, so a company comes to the table with cash flow and a bunch of routine work that needs to be done on an ongoing basis. So they create a job description, assign a value to getting the work done, then they determine the salary and the benefits and start the interviewing process. In a perfect world, they hire the ideal human for the job at an affordable salary where she loves her job, the company, and her coworkers, and the employer and the employee hold hands as they walk off into the sunset. But as anyone knows that's ever had any employees, even a single one, it almost never ends with that fairy tale. But the longer it lasts, the better it is for both parties. But make no mistake, the pressure is on employers to get HR right. It's really important for you if you want to grow your business because a stable workforce is like money in the bank and high turnover is like a cancer inside your business. So there are basically two ways to handle HR for your business. You can hire an expensive HR professional and pay some fancy HR software company and keep it all in-house. Or you can outsource your HR to a third party that specializes in HR for businesses like yours. Keeping HR in-house might seem like the brilliant decision at first, but it's just not as easy as it sounds. It has so many different facets that one-person HR departments are nearly impossible. It typically takes 2 or even 3 people to effectively manage HR for an average-sized organization. Outsourcing HR has a lot of pros and cons, but there are basically 2 ways to do it. The first is to hire a PEO, or a professional employer organization. When you do this, you enter into a co-employment relationship with the PEO, where your employees actually report to the federal tax ID of the PEO. They become the technical or tax filing employer for payroll taxes and workers' compensation insurance, but you still remain in control as the worksite employer. It's really pretty cool when it works. There is a little bit of risk mitigation and probably a lot of resources that are overkill for most average employers. That is also why PEO is also the most expensive of your options for outsourcing HR. Now, as an example, in our roll-up company, we were buying several businesses each month. So we used all the resources of a PEO known as AdminiStaff to onboard those new employees from each acquisition. We could have never done that on our own, and it let us buy over 200 companies in 4 years. This is a great example of how a PEO can do more than an average business could ever do alone. But truth be told, after we were done with all the hard work, we brought HR in-house and we fired the PEO. PEO can be a great service. It's a set and forget solution, and if you know how to use it, it can be great for your business. It's also the most expensive option for outsourcing HR, and most users never scratch the surface on the potential. And according to the National Association of PEOs, there are over 700 to choose from, and they're all very different in terms of location, services that they provide, and the rates that they charge. Some specialize in certain industries like blue collar or hospitality, for example. Likewise, some PEOs have master policies for group health and workers' compensation insurance. And in some rare instances, this can even translate into a slight financial advantage for one PEO over another. There's also a lot to unpack about PEO, so we're going to produce a follow-up episode on how to pick the best PEO for your business and how much should PEO services cost. So hit that subscribe button right now to learn how you can avoid paying too much and picking the wrong PEO for your business. There is another form of HR outsourcing known as ASO. It stands for Administrative Services Outsourcing, or Administrative Services Only. Now, ASO works almost exactly like a PEO, but it lacks that co-employment feature that we talked about. Instead, the ASO simply performs as your outsourced HR department in a remote location. The ASO will manage your standalone group health benefits, payroll, tax filings, and even workers' compensation, with the biggest difference being that all your employees will still be reporting on your federal tax ID number. Both PEO and ASO can manage most aspects of your HR needs, but ASO is going to be substantially less expensive and well suited to most small and medium-sized businesses. There are also hundreds of ASOs to choose from, so it's important to hire one that has experience in your type of business and the ability to quickly dispatch an HR person to show up at the workplace in case there's an HR crisis. Some companies will combine an internal HR function with an ASO to come up with a fully functioning HR department, while others will fully leverage the outsourcing approach completely for everything. The best HR strategy will vary with the size of your organization and from business to business. So if you have questions about your current HR situation or just need a little help selecting the best PEO or ASO for your business, get in touch with me and I'll be glad to provide you with some additional support and resources. And as always, please share this video with other business leaders like you and subscribe to the channel, because we have some really great guests coming up, like strategic CFO founder Dan Corridor and other great business ideas, innovations, and inspirations that you don't want to miss.